All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down and rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hope for the elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how along the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go, and it's going to be another edition of something to keep an eye on. All right, and Lord Woods, brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here for the Zero Hedge, and it says, F around and find out. Truckers warn loads to NYC will be rejected starting Monday, and now it's so-called Sunday. Tomorrow will be Monday, so-called Monday. So we got to sit back, watch, wait, and see. Watch as well as pray. See if this actually goes down. The Lord will it does. But I'm gonna go ahead and read some of it. It says truck drivers transport between 70 to 73% of all freight in the United States. Therefore, when truckers begin discussing plans on social media to boycott loads to progressive hellhole New York City, it's important to pay attention. Right? And anything like this, any article or something like this comes out, it's definitely worth speaking on. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. All right, because we're living in some evil times. We're living in some bad times. We're living in the times where trucks stop running. And again, like I said, 70% of all goods, which is a large amount. 70% is a pretty large amount. It's probably higher than that. I'm pretty sure at least like 80% of all goods that get transported that are in the stores are unloaded on trucks. All right, are delivered by trucks. All right, so I believe probably it's like really 80%. All right, of all goods are delivered by trucks. So again, anything like this you gotta watch. All right, and pay attention to. All right, because no trucks running or trucks stop running, no groceries get to the store, no food get to the store. All right. So, like this article says, it's important to pay attention to things like this. It says, while folly is we're in the time of major bread and circuses. You had the Super Bowl last week. Now you got NBA All Star Weekend. All right. Um. So while stuff like this is brewing up, all right, that's what everybody's mind is at. They're watching, the dunk contest and the All Star game and shit like that, man. While things like this is going on, and also the brother just put in the chat, across the pond, in Greece, um, they're experiencing a bad power outage. They can't get access to their bank accounts, access to their accounts, you know, so on and so forth. So again, the scriptures speak about perilous times, man. And we're living in perilous times. We're living in a time where all hell. We're living in a time of all of great perils. Dangerous. So like it. All right, lights going out. No food getting to the grocery stores. No food in the stores at all. All right, these are the times we're living in. All right, but it says ex-user Chicago One Ray, who appeared to be a Midwest truck driver, shared a video late Friday, Salakia night, detailing that a number of truck drivers will begin denying loads to the NYC on Monday. So this coming Monday, so that's tomorrow. All right. Um, I don't know how far across the country this is, or how many truckers are going to start denying loads. And again, we gotta watch and see. Things like this. Usually most of the time they fall through, but eventually something like this will hit. Eventually it will happen. All right, because something's gonna happen real soon. It's gonna shake things up. All right. So it says many truckers are going to start denying loads to NYC, but I'll tell you, you F around and find out. Chicago One Ray said. He continued, we're tired of motherfucking MFers leftists fucking with Trump. And that was it. And when I read the article, the first thing I thought about was Trump, because now it just came out and they're standing behind Trump by doing this, because Friday Friday they found Trump guilty of fraud, and he got fined like $400 million. Which, like I said, that's all that shit is, like I said at camp earlier today. All that shit is well, camp yesterday, Saturday, so-called Saturday. All that should be is a dog and pony show, man. To get people riled up, and it seems to be working. Keep going. All right, because when I was reading it, it's the first thing I thought about Trump. Again, they just fined him $400 million he has to pay within 30 days, and also he can't do any oversee any businesses or anything like that in New York for like 3 or 4 years. All right, so um, again, that could work. Them effing with Trump or seeming like they're effing with Trump, because again, I believe it's all just a dog and pony show. I don't believe none of that's real, but it's getting the people riled up, which is good. It said with Trump, okay, MFers start to get tired of this shit. Our bosses aren't going to care if we deny lows. We're going somewhere else. You know how hard it is to get in and out of NYC? The truckers emphasize. I've been on the radio for over an hour, and I've talked to at least 10 truckers who are going to start refusing loads for Monday. NYC. I talked to 3 guys that I work with who text the boss and told him no NYC. Truckers are 95% Trump. I'll get overturned on appeal. Right, so them coming after Trump, or seem like they're coming after Trump, um, can get these devils roused up, these Edomites roused up. All right, or these people in Babylon that are behind him roused up. All right, which is good news, great news. All right, because as things like this happen, and also people take to the streets, and shit just turn up. The Most High just turn things up. Violence, get protests and things turn violent in the streets for this guy. But these people look at this man like he's a god, like he's the savior himself. All right, so this is great. Keep it going. It says by Saturday morning, the video had emphasized nearly 3 million views. A mass Salakia, nearly 3 million views. The coming after a New York judge handling former President Trump a penalty of 350 handing former President Trump penalty of 355 million plus interest on his silver fraud case. All right, so you see some of the Twitter posts. Boycott New York. Truckers start denying loads to certain regimes. Control cities is going to get spicy. And not just New York, also other states that are coming against Trump or whatever. All right, so this is just something to keep an eye on. All right, and hopefully, Lord will, this does happen. And if it does happen, it's going to continue to trickle down, not to just New York, but other states as well. Because again, the people look at this man like he's a god, man. All right, these Edomites here look at this man like he's their They look at him as this like it. Well, they not as if, but they do look at him as he's the savior, like he's going to save this place. He isn't going to save this place, man. He's working for the establishment. He's working for the shadow government, man. All right. Straight up. But Lord will, hopefully this does happen. All right, that all them truckers do boycott. And that's going to lead to you go into this all the time, but that's going to lead to less food getting into no food getting to the grocery stores. All right, but that's when things really get ugly. This is 2 Ezra 6 verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right, and one way that could happen, the full storehouses suddenly be found empty, is when the trucks stop running. All right, when the trucks stop running, in like places like New York, places like major cities like New York, Los Angeles, LA, major cities, Miami, uh, Atlanta, places like that. Esau is going to use as test runs where there's a lot of people at. All right, so New York would be a good start to do this. All right, real deal. Stop the trucks from running to places in New York, and that's gonna cause all hell to break loose, man. A lack of bread and water getting up there. It's gonna cause people to go out and panic buy. You know, they say truckers not delivering food. You know, people gonna run out there and panic buy. All the shit is gonna be going off the shelf. You know, we were speaking about that on at camp today. You know, so this could be the beginning phases of it. And again, it's not just gonna be in New York. It's gonna trickle down everywhere. All right. Because again, they look at this man like he's a god, and they're willing to go to extreme measures. All right, for this man. All right, even if it costs them their job. You know, what they say their bosses are behind them. All right, so ultimately, we just gotta sit back, watch, wait, and see. You know what's gonna go down. All right, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And the scriptures say, um, Ephesians 5:15, my favorite scriptures, see then that you walk circumspect, not as fools but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. All right, the days are bad. You know, we're living in a time where trucker strikes can happen, and no food gets to the stores, gets to the grocery stores. All right, let me get one more precept, and after that, I'm gonna close it up. This phone's getting ready to die. Um, we've been bringing this out a lot lately too. This Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 15. The sword is without, and pestilence and famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Right? He that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. All right, 'cause like we said at camp, in these major cities, all right, Esau puts out a warning and say, the trucks ain't running, they're not delivering food to the stores. People are gonna bum rush the stores and start panic buying. All right, and they're gonna clear out the shelves. And in them big cities, nobody's self-sufficient. Everybody there, which not only in the big cities, everywhere in Babylon, all depend on the government. These stores they go to these stores to buy food and bread and water and all of that. Um, and once that's cut off, people go in there and start panic buying, clear out the shelves. Then that's when things really get ugly. All right, that's when things really get ugly. Then that's when the spoiling one another houses come into play. And then after that, after everybody's food in their house is gone, that's when people turn to cannibalism. All right, and that's when things really get ugly. All right, and those are some of the things Jacob trouble consists of. No food in the stores, people starving to death, and cannibalism. That's a part. Those are major things that's going to happen in Jacob's trouble. All right, and this is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Lord, well, I went into all over the place. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers, that push his truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom. And the evil days are coming. All right. So again, shalom.